I worked at a women's prison for 8 years. The inmate everyone feared saved my life in a way I never saw coming. They called her the Butcher Pert, not because of her crime, but because she'd been a master chef before her 25-year sentence for killing her husband. 6 foot tall with arms covered in knife technique tattoos, Marlene hadn't spoken more than 5 words to anyone in the 3 years she'd been in our facility. The other guards warned me, don't turn your back on her. She can make a weapon out of anything. Inmates cleared pathways when she walked through the common areas. Even the most hardened women seemed to shrink in her presence. I was 6 months into my job as a corrections officer when the warden approved my proposal for a cooking rehabilitation program. For our first session, she arrived early and stood silently at the prep table and nervously explained, "We'd be making simple pasta dishes without a word." She took the dull prison-approved knife and demonstrated proper chopping technique, her hands moving with the precision of a surgeon. "You are holding your knife wrong," she finally said. "You will cut yourself." Over the following months, our class grew to 12 inmates. Marlene never socialized, but she helped everyone perfect their techniques. I noticed the other women started saving seats for her, asking her opinion on their dishes. One day I overheard an inmate ask Marlene about her husband. "He deserved worse than what I gave him," she said flatly, continuing to dice onions without looking up. 15 years of beating me wasn't enough. When he started looking at my daughter the same way he used to look at me, her knife paused mid-chop. I made one choice I don't regret. 3 months later, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Before starting treatment, I visited the class to explain my upcoming absence. The women were supportive, but Marlene said nothing. The next day, the warden called me to his office. Marlene had requested a meeting with both of us parents, something unprecedented. My cellmate died from the same cancer, she said, looking directly at me for the first time. The prison diet made her sicker during chemo. I've written out meal plans for each stage of your treatment, what to eat before infusions, what helps with nausea, what rebuilds blood cells. She handed me a stack of handwritten pages meticulously detailed with recipes modified for someone with limited energy. "You saw me as a chef before you saw me as a murderer," she replied. "I haven't been that person in a long time." Those meal plans got me through 9 months of brutal treatment. My oncologist was amazed at how well I tolerated the chemo. Sometimes the most important rehabilitation isn't for the inmate, and it's for those of us who learn to see beyond the labels we've given them.